This is the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. This is the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
.09 ERA Wheeler.
Baseball. Swings will be a beloved part of our family memories for years to come. Visit KingSwingsSets.com to bring the ballpark home. King Swings. Get out and play.
For 100 years, Pella has set the standard for quality, innovation, and craftsmanship. From stunning windows to durable doors, Pella has helped homeowners and businesses create beautiful, energy-efficient spaces. You're invited to experience the Pella difference, where performance meets perfection. Here's to the next 100 years of making your vision a reality. Right now, buy more, save more, up to 15% or 0% APR for 36 months. Call today and mention July savings, 877-98-PELLA, or visit PellaPhilly.com.
Give me those sauces, grab the chicken strips, let's dunk them in there. There's nothing like it. Hey, I'm Joey. And I'm Josh. And we're team members at our local Chick-fil-A. And a little thing you'll love about the Chick-fil-A chicken strips is dipping them in our sauces. My sauce is the barbecue sauce. If you wanted to add sweet, tangy flavors, there's nothing like it. I love the garden herb ranch sauce, but if you want a little bit more kick in the spicy side, you can mix it with buffalo sauce. Dipping them in our sauces, it is perfection.
It's the summer of Chick-fil-A chicken strips and sauces. Order now on the Chick-fil-A app. Team members paid for their testimonials.
It's simple. When we breathe better, life is better. Which is why at the Temple Lung Center, we're developing tomorrow's treatments today. When our renowned physicians develop new lung therapies, you can create new memories. And when we bring breakthrough research to the clinical space, you can make more moments that matter. Temple Lung Center. Breathe better. Live better. To schedule an appointment at the Temple Lung Center, call 800-TEMPLE-MED.
Welcome back to Phillies on Deck, presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook. What a beautiful afternoon for baseball here in South Philadelphia. It's the Tigers and the Phillies in the middle game of this three-game series. So time now for the RAV4 Things to Know, brought to you by your local Tri-State Toyota dealers. Number one, going back to last season against the 5 other teams in baseball currently leading their divisions, the Phillies are a combined 23-15 against those teams. That's a .605 winning percentage. In addition, they have a plus 31 run differential against those teams and are 8-4-1 in series plays. That's against the first-place teams now in baseball. Number two, with Skubal and Wheeler on the mounds today, it is worth noting this. This is pretty unbelievable. Only one other time in Major League Baseball history has the eventual Cy Young winners squared off head-to-head in the regular season. It happened in 2012 when David Price and R.A. Dickey pitched against one another in June. They both went on to win the Cy Youngs that year. The only other 2 times it has happened were in the World Series in 1968 and in 1969, and that's it. So we'll see that today, and hopefully these guys go on to win their respective Cy Youngs. All right, number 3, Skubal has a 1.42 ERA in his last 5 starts, with 4 of the 5 runs he's allowed in that span coming in a 12-3 loss to the Mariners back on July 11th. He's allowed just 1 run over 26 2/3 innings across the other 4 starts in that stretch. And finally, number 4, Kyle Schwarber with a huge RBI single in the 7th last night to tie up the game at 3. In his last 9 games, he's batting .306. He's been on base at a clip of .405 with a slugging percentage of .778. He has 5 home runs and 13 runs batted in those 9 games. He has been good. All right, we'll take another quick break here on the show. But when we come back, we're going to hear from yesterday's Wall of Fame inductee, Jimmy Rollins, talking about the advantage it is playing here in South Philadelphia. That's coming up next right here on the Phillies Radio Network.
Pennsylvanians are creating their own soundtrack. Thanks to PA Lottery Scratch-Offs, excitement's back. Pennies, nickels, dimes, or quarters, no matter your choice, scratching's always in order. With big top prizes and second chance drawings, thrills await. They're out there calling. If it's excitement you seek and you're looking for action, play the PA Lottery. And keep on scratching. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Hackers suck. So does juggling multiple apps to run your business. Meet Trust UC from Telesystem, an AI-powered voice, video, and messaging platform with built-in cybersecurity awareness training. Visit hackersuck.com to learn more.
The Orioles will head north to take on the Phillies for a midweek matchup on Monday, August 4th and Tuesday, August 5th, both at 6:45, and Wednesday, August 6th at 12:35. Snag your tickets now at Phillies.com.
It's a tight one here at Philly. Bottom of the ninth, 2 outs.
Ma! The basement's flooded again! Oh, the sump pump's throwing a no-hitter!
Looks like your home's plumbing just threw a wild pitch. Don't let your house turn into the Schuylkill with DIY fixes. Call in the pros at Roto-Rooter. From leaky faucets to full-blown disasters. Your MVP for plumbing solutions. Roto-Rooter closes it out and sits down the side.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
When it's time to sell your home, you hope your agent knows the market, timing, pricing, interest rates, neighborhood, staging open houses, understanding contracts, completing paperwork, and can actually help guide you on your big move. Don't hope. No. When you hire a Weichert agent, you can be sure you've got a partner who will guide you every step of the way, from listing to closing and everything in between. Weichert. Dream. Move. Home. Each Weichert franchised office is independently owned and operated.
Yuengling Traditional Lager, a beer that, like true legends, stands the test of time. Brewed by the same family for nearly 200 years, it's a crisp amber lager with a bold, smooth flavor that's perfect for game day. So make sure to come on down to Plow in the Stars at 123 Chestnut Street in Philadelphia for your $5 lager pints during all Phillies games, all season long. Yuengling, legends stand the test of time.
Welcome back to Phillies on Deck, presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook. No secret that playing here at Citizens Bank Park gives the Phillies a distinct advantage, especially in big games. We saw it last night, and as the Phillies improved to 34-19 here at Citizens Bank Park this season.
South side of Chicago, where are you at? This was the first time I got traded, but I was so excited to wear these pinstripes and be a South side of Chicago boy. This jersey right here is an all-star jersey. You can see on the back the all-stars and the all-star patch there. Being an all-star and being who I was called over there to be was something I was real proud of.
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. Be cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you, Tank.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thanks, Chef. When there's a problem with your home's heating, cooling, plumbing, or electrical, call Oliver. They'll be there for you, so you can be there for the people you love. Oliver delivers more than service. They bring peace of mind. Call today or visit oliverheatcool.com and feel the difference.
Philadelphia Insurance Companies hits it out of the park with their Runs for Charities program. Philadelphia Insurance has donated over $225,000 to charities through the campaign since 2019. Every time the Phillies score a run, Philadelphia Insurance Companies will donate $100 to local nonprofit organizations. You can step up to the plate and nominate your favorite nonprofit at phly.com/Phillies. Philadelphia Insurance Companies, the MVP of insurance for nonprofits and over 100 other specialized industries.
Welcome back to Phillies on Deck, presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook. We come to you on a Saturday afternoon. Beautiful day for baseball here in South Philadelphia. Last night, a beautiful night for baseball, and what a night it was for the Phillies up against the Tigers in the first game. And, boy, you can't find a regular atmosphere much better than the one we saw last night. Just what an electric night here at the ballpark.
It really was. It was almost like a playoff game, and what a great game to watch. You know, we get down early, down 3-0 on the home run, and just fought back. It seemed like once we got Flaherty out of the game, we started to go to work and had some good at-bats in the last couple innings and got it done.
Yeah, and you had some guys, as I look back through that night, maybe didn't get some calls they wanted early in counts and put them in a hole. But by and large, to a man, they really battled through some adversity there with those at-bats.
Yeah, it really did. And you know, at the end there, Nick leads off those 2 innings where we scored and got down 0-2 in both his at-bats and fought back and got a pitch that he could handle and hit the ball hard and just kind of sparked everyone. And a couple of really good pinch hit at-bats from Kemp and Bader. And we just scratched those 5 runs across without hitting a home run, which was good.
Talk of the town is that walkout for Johan Duran. What's going through your mind at that moment? I mean, I know you're still focused on the game. Do you let that? Do you kind of look around and see what's going on?
Well, I've seen it, on the internet a couple of times, so I kind of knew what to expect. But it's pretty exciting, and when everybody turns their flashlight on their phone, it's pretty cool to watch.
All right, pretty cool to watch today. We would expect Tarek Skubal against Zach Wheeler. These two matched up in the middle of March. I imagine a little more energy for this one this afternoon.
Yeah, this will be. I'm excited as not only as the manager of the ball club, but as a baseball fan to see these two high-level guys, two of the best pitchers in baseball, former Cy Young winner in Skubal and a future Cy Young winner in Wheeler, go at it. It should be a good day.
What kind of an approach does a hitter have to take to try to have success against a guy like Tarek Skubal?
Well, he's going to throw strikes. I mean, he fills up the strike zone. The stuff is really good. So I think you have to be aggressive, but you have to really try not to overswing and stay within your swing. Keep thinking up the middle. But the stuff's really good, and he gets a lot of people out.
So when you say aggressive, you mean it's not necessarily swinging harder, it's swinging smarter, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah, and like I said, he's going to throw strikes, so you might as well try to attack him.
All right, and your lineup obviously loaded up with right-handed batters. Curious the way you kind of align those guys. You have some different guys you can plug in at different spots, whether it's Weston Wilson, he can play multiple spots. Otto Kemp is playing multiple spots. Edmundo Sosa. How do you rate those guys when you move them in a platoon situation?
Yeah, I think you're looking at Sosa as probably being your best infielder, and if Willie's playing the infield, he's probably our best first baseman. And looking at Kemp, if you're going to play Sosa at second, probably Kemp's a little bit better than Willie at third. So that means Willie goes to the outfield, which he does a pretty good job out there as well. So it's good to have a lot of flexibility, and you throw those guys in the lineup, and they're kind of down towards the end of the lineup, and you can pinch hit for those guys, and we got flexibility coming off the bench, so it's a good place to be.
All right, some news. Aaron Nola made his rehab start, his first rehab.
So these is MLB Network talent stars. Okay. The stars of MLB Network. Can I trade a pack of these for a signed Lawrence Shahadi card?
How about we do a little bit of both? A little money, a little trade.
Will you open it up and see if you like it?
They're really nice.
If I sign it, does that equal the Lawrence Shahadi 20?
All right.
Do we have a good trade?
We have a good trade.
Nice doing business with you.
Got to get yourself ready.
Yes, there are hugs, and then there's that.
Now, what is that?
What
is the purpose of that?
It's an anemometer. It measures wind speed.
So that's good.
But it looks like a fidget spinner.
Meanwhile, on the Cove, it just looks like too much fun.
It was so routine, he took his eye off.
You got to come up with this play. You got to. You're right there. You had two hands. He looked it in. Oh.
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. We cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chef.
Did you know that CP Rankin is the best commercial roof management and contracting company for competitive pricing?
Wow. I'd like a quote for maintenance on all my regional buildings and warehouses.
Excellent. I'll let CPR know.
Oh, I get it now. CPR breathes life back into your roof.
Catchy, huh?
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Mr. Rankin, someone is here to see you.
Call CPR and breathe new life into your roof. 215-997-9025. 215-997-9025. And be sure to stop by the CP Rankin rooftop on Ashburn Alley during your next visit to Citizens Bank Park. CP Rankin Roofing Experts, a proud partner of the Philadelphia Phillies. Call 215-997-9025.
We're back here on Phillies on Deck, presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook. And the guy we were just talking about, Jimmy Rollins and Ed Wade, down on the field right now, about to throw out our ceremonial first pitches as Alumni Weekend continues here at Citizens Bank Park. And what a weekend they've got with all the guys here in town. It's going to be a lot of fun for tonight and tomorrow night as well. All right, your injury report is brought to you by NovaCare Rehabilitation, the power of physical therapy. And we're keeping our eyes on Aaron Nola, who pitched yesterday for the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, threw 47 pitches. Rob Thompson saying today he threw very well, and his next outing will be down there again on Wednesday, and then they'll see where they are with Aaron Nola. But he's certainly getting closer and closer to getting back in this rotation. All right, with that, we're going to put a wrap on Phillies on Deck, presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Larry Anderson and Scott Fransky are standing by with the call of today's game. Our thanks to our engineer here in the booth, Mike DuBarosa. It's Dan Wilson back at our studios and our production assistant, Seth Fisher. I'm Greg Murphy saying thanks for listening. And as I leave you today, sit back and enjoy the week that was here on Phillies Radio in our Sounds of the Week.
From Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, today it's game number 2 of this 3-game series as the Philadelphia Phillies go for their second straight win when they take on the American League's New York Yankees. Swung on, belted, high and deep right field, forget about it, long gone is Harper to the back of the bullpen of the Yankees. His 15th home run of the season. Sosa drive one deep center, going back, Grisham still going back, looks up, and it's gone! Dead center field! And Edmundo Sosa says so much for small ball. He goes deep to dead center, his 4th of the year, and it's 7-1 Phillies. Phillies, again, another big offensive performance as they get to the Yankees in their bullpen again, and they've won the series in New York today with a 9-4 victory. And Kyle Schwarber is downstairs with us in the Phil's dugout.
out as the Phillies get their second straight win here in New York. I mean, this year alone, 300 homers, 1,000 hits, 500 extra base hits. I mean, are these things meaningful to you?
I think you're crazy to say it wouldn't be, right? That you get to play a game that you grew up dreaming of playing. So there's still a lot left in the tank. Trust me. I want to keep going for many more years. So hopefully more milestones come.
And the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, right center. This is well hit. Bellinger back at the track, looking up, it's gone! And Otto Kemp goes opposite field at Yankee Stadium. And it's swung on, hit high in the air, center field. Grisham, a late start, going back to the track, at the wall, and it's gone! And it's a 2-homer game for Otto Kemp in the Bronx.
Well, after a long night of travel delays, the Phillies arrived in the Windy City around 4 a.m. Eastern time, so they got some quick sleep and back to work here in Chicago. A 3-game series here on the south side. It's the Phillies and the White Sox, and first pitch is 30 minutes away.
I got to be honest with you, Joe looked like he had a few more miles on him than Phil Cuzzy. Apologies, Joe, but
shots fired.
He used to be a roommate of Larry Anderson, so I know what he's been through.
Okay. That'll age you real quick.
Schwarber blasts it high and deep right field. Forget about it. Whoa, that one's gone. Way up onto the light landing in right field is Kyle Schwarber with an absolute bomb to right field. It's his 37th of the season, and it's 4-0 Phillies. Here's a swing and a high fly ball deep right field. Slater is back. He's looking up, and it's gone. And Brandon Marsh with a long-awaited home run for him, his 4th of the year. It's another 2-run homer for the Phillies, who now lead it 6-0.
I don't care what anybody tells you, Scott. I think your hair looks terrific after your haircut today.
Well, nobody's really told me anything about it.
Oh, there you go.
They've said, you got one. Swung on, line towards center. Marsh is there. He's got it. The ball game's over. Phillies give up 3 in the 9th, but it's not nearly enough as the Phillies ride the left arm of Jesus Luzardo to a 6-3 win tonight. Ball game's over. Phillies lose the series to the Chicago White Sox as Chicago wins the rubber game 9-3 the final. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a little ground ball left side. Ibanez dives, can't get it. Backhand Baez, throw to first. He's out at first base. Oh, bang, bang play. Javier Baez clearly safe, and the Phillies have the lead. The call is overturned. It's 5-4 Phillies. Fans are feeling it. The pitch is swung on, line to left. Kemp waiting. He makes the catch. And it's that easy. Joan Duran comes on and retires the Tigers in order. And the Phillies get the win and the save for Duran in his debut.
Tom, I started the show and you didn't talk over me at all.
That's because Mike didn't put me up. I was trying to.
Tubes, my man.
I don't think he did it. I honestly don't think he did it purposely.
I told you he was the best radio engineer.
He is the best radio engineer in the business.
I'm telling you. What else going to happen today? Henderson's bat goes flying into the stands on a strikeout.
That's not good right there.
See Andy looking at it like, hey, not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, stick to basketball there, right?
Oh, no catch. Love to get that one back. Alonso lost the bat as he flung at that high fastball.
That's going to keep him up tonight. Can't make that catch.
You got to keep that clean, right? You got to catch that.
A lot of fans and collectors will look at the T206 set as the more famous of the sets that were produced in the early part of the 20th century. And certainly they would carry more financial value. But when you talk to collectors, some will tell you that these T205s are actually more physically attractive. They're maybe the most physically attractive cards produced prior to World War II.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that.
St. Louis Cardinals, one of the cleanest jerseys in the game. I've always felt that way. And, you know, the birds on the bat, just an iconic logo. I mean, look how rich that yellowish gold is in the bat. You know, all the stitching with the birds. I've just always thought it's one of the best looks in the game. 35 is the number I wore in my Major League debut. I actually think this might be the jersey from my Major League debut. So that was 2010, May 20.
Phillies send Zach Wheeler to the mound, looking for his 10th win against Tarek Skubal, who has dominated the American League once again this year to the tune of a 10-3 record and a 2.09 earned run average. The Phillies took game one last night with a come-from-behind electric victory here at City.
What's 107?
Dimmer Lincoln.
Swing, there's a drive to left. That one is long.
125 years of baseball tradition continues.
And it's gone, a home run.
Brought to you by Sam Bernstein Law, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, Jack Demmer Ford, Corwell Health, Jack Demmer Lincoln, Figo, Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical, The D Las Vegas, Metro Detroit Buick GMC Dealers, Northville Lumber, Feiger Law, Meyer, Comerica, McLaren Health, Wallside Windows, and Little Caesars Pizza.
Ball with the call of the game from the Metro Detroit Buick GMC Dealers broadcast booth. Here are the voices of Tigers baseball, Dan Dickerson and Andy Dirks.
Mostly cloudy skies, breezy, very pleasant still in Philadelphia. Hello again, everyone. We're getting ready for the second game of a three-game weekend series. We said playoff atmosphere. That's what we were expecting going in. We got that last night. Loudest crowd, I think, of the year outside of Detroit. And tonight, maybe even a little extra with the pitching matchup that we have. Zach Wheeler on the mound for Philadelphia, Tarek Skubal on the mound for the Tigers.
Every baseball fan in the world right now is going to be locked into this game. It's not often you get to see two huge arms go at it head-to-head anymore. Today's one of those rare occasions. We're going to sit back, relax, and enjoy some baseball today.
The lineups are being exchanged in home plate. Zach Wheeler about to lead his Phillies onto the field. Let's check the details of those lineups with Andy.
And these lineups are brought to you by Comerica Bank. Only one bank has been committed to Michigan since 1849. That's Comerica. First, for the Philadelphia Phillies, let's start.
If you want a Cy Young.
Playing shortstop. Kyle Schwarber is hitting second.
Interrumpimos este video para recordarte que puedes endulzar tu día con una dulcerapia de la lechera.
Do you see yourself maybe one day after baseball, like maybe food critic, food writer?
I would love to do that. That's the plan. I've been doing it ever since I was in the big leagues. It's just fun. It's fun to interact with people, like the fans, because a lot of my followers are baseball fans. Mm-hmm. So it's nice to interact with them on a topic that's not baseball. A lot of people seem to rally around that. I mean, who doesn't love good food?
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years.
Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Vacuums, the heat and humidity has moved out of most of the Midwest and the eastern seaboard as well, or at least northern parts like Philadelphia. 80 degrees, low humidity as we get this game underway today. Our first pitch will be brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. Tigers come in at 64-47, the Phillies 62-47. The Tigers now get ready to face the 35-year-old from Smyrna, Georgia, pitching as well as he ever has in his career, Zach Wheeler. 22nd start of the year for Zach. 9-4, 2.56 ERA. These pitchers remarkably similar in many ways. Tarek Skubal just a little tick better coming into this game today. Colt Keith in the leadoff spot. The first pitch of the game is a fastball low and away, and we are underway here at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. So glad to have you along for the second game of this three-game series. It was a ball game last night. The 1-0 fastball middle for a called strike. One of the big differences between Wheeler and Skubal, Skubal's first pitch strike throwing is at an elite level. Wheeler is actually below average, breaking ball down and in. And you do notice, not so much with Skubal, but with Wheeler, when the at-bat starts 1-0 versus 0-1, it's a pretty big difference, bigger than league-wide average in terms of production being much higher after the at-bat starts 1-0. Swinging a ground ball, base hit into center field.
There you go. Your example played out perfectly. Colt Keith got ahead in the count, 2-1 count, pounds a fastball back up through the middle. But that's the key. If they can hit his fastball, get in good counts, get that good fastball, do some damage on it, it's going to force him to go to his secondary stuff quick.
Wheeler gets an average number of ground balls, average number of double plays turned behind him. Again, the double play combination of Turner tonight at Sosa. The Phillies just aren't especially efficient at turning double plays. Fastball swing and miss up. The other thing you notice, Andy, when he gets ahead, that fastball that he likes to use up
continues to go up and up until you quit swinging at it.
Torres with a big 3-run home run in the game last night. The pitch swinging a foul out of play. So, Andrew, there are a lot of different things. This is obviously a live fastball. He's 35, and his fastball still averages 96. There are a lot of different ways a fastball can play up. It seems to, with him, start with the low arm angle. The 0-2 got him. Fastball on the black away. Gleyber Torres takes a call at third.
Yeah, that arm angle is kind of a 3/4 slot, almost sidearm, between sidearm and 3/4. And a pitch that starts away from Gleyber Torres in the other batter's box, it's a sinker that comes back over the corner. That's a perfect example of how there's some deception with his arm angle. It makes guys have to stay in a little bit longer. You're going to want to open up if you're right-handed, and then he can throw that sinker in on your hands if you're right-handed.
He will relentlessly pound righties in with that sinker. Swing and a miss, curveball down by the numbers, by at-bats and the pitches. They end in his best pitch, and this is very typical for him year in and year out. He pitches off the fastball, the four-seam fastball. Slider is his next best pitch. And he'll shoot that sinker into lefties as well. Curveball away to Kerry Carpenter, is hitting .264 with 17 home runs, 35 RBIs. You look to the lefties. It's not a huge left-right split like all aces. He shuts down lefties, shuts down righties. Just underway and scoreless in the first. Four-seam fastball misses away. Good hitter's count for Kerry Carpenter. Man on, a man out. Lefties hit for lower average, a little more power. Righties a little higher average, but again, this is all relative. It's 180 versus 205. Carpenter swings, pops it up foul off to our right. We're perched above home plate, just to the third base side. Lots of clouds in the area, but the sun is breaking through. And if it continues to clear, the third base roofline shadows will be in effect as this game goes along, as they always are on a 4 o'clock start, especially in summer afternoons. Wheeler works extreme third base side of the rubber. Left side of the infield shifts to the right. That's Kemp and Turner today at third and at short. 2-2, and oh, that's just nasty. 2 called third strikes, 1 on a swing back fastball. That was on a beautiful curveball.
Yeah, that one started up and out of the zone and came back and caught the bottom edge, outside corner. Perfectly placed pitch, and this is why you got to take advantage early in counts against Wheeler. You get to 2 strikes against this guy, man, it's a battle.
That brings up Riley Green. First pitch fastball a little bit high. Mark Rippiger is our home plate umpire today. Nick Marley at first. Vic Carapazza, the crew chief, at second. Brian Walsh is today's third base umpire. Phillies in their home white uniforms, kind of an off-white. Blue and red piping down the pant legs. A script Phillies across the front. And blue outlined in red. Red outlined in blue, I should say. Fastball on the black away. 1-1 on Riley Green. Riley comes in hitting .274 with 26 home runs and 84 RBIs. He's on pretty good pace to be approaching 40 home runs and 120 RBIs by season's end. The 1-1. Stays away with the curveball. Third hitter this inning with a 2-1 count.
Last 2-1 count, he went up out of the zone to carry with a fastball that he swung at. See if Riley can get a good pitch.
The 2-1. Cutter just on the outside edge at the belt. Riley kind of shaking his head as he steps back for a moment. Not sure about that. Count evens up 2-2. Short, cautious lead for Keith at first. He reached with a single earlier. The 2-2 is up and away. Now that'll loosen up Colt Keith from first. Outfield doesn't move a whole lot. Little different alignment tonight with the lefty on the mound. Wilson in left. Bader in center. He covers ground. Nick Castellanos in right. They all shift to the left a couple of steps on Riley Green. 3-2. Keith takes off. Swing and a miss. Sweeper down. Leadoff single. Wheeler responds by striking out the side.
Be in the middle of New York to display a card like this is really such a big part of the Fanatics mission. We think about how do we create new experiences. Now we get the opportunity to put incredible Holy Grail cards in front of tens of thousands, if not millions of new people. It's not just about collectors today, but also about how do we bring new collectors into the space as well. It's really what we do it all for.
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start.
The official furniture and mattress provider of the Detroit Tigers donates up to $500 to nonprofits supporting Michigan kids. Go Tigers!
And the Phillies facing the 28-year-old From Hayward, California, grew up in Arizona. Tarek Skubal making his 22nd start of the year. Strike one, swinging a little soft tap foul on the ground behind home plate. 0-2 on Turner.
Yeah, and Skubal, as much of a nightmare as Wheeler can be, Skubal's even more of a nightmare for hitters. That fastball changeup combo is elite. Both his fastballs, the sinker, the four-seamer, hard to hit.
0-2, fastball up.
Threw that pitch, then turned around and then walked to the back of the mound. I don't know if he lost his balance a little bit.
Now that was unusual.
Yeah, I don't know if he was just thinking about it or.
Drops his hands, a big leg kick and swings. Fastball in. Turner fouls it out of play. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes.
But we'll see if he uses some spin. That, you know, 2 of the power lefties on this team, Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber, are lefties. So we'll see how much he keeps the ball away from them with spin too.
1-2, swing and a miss. Challenge Turner there. If you look at where Tarek Skubal locates his fastball, he doesn't generally work the edges. He's just filling up the strike zone.
Well, he's in the 99 percentile of not walking guys for a reason. He's like, here's my stuff. Hit it if you can. And he knows that if you play that out long enough, he's going to come out on top a lot more often than not.
Kyle Schwarber at the plate. They love these matchups. First pitch slider for a strike. He gets very creative. It's fastball, slider, changeup, of course. Majority of his pitches. Gets very creative with how he mixes. Those are 4 pitches because of the 2 types of fastballs. So strike 1. 98 sinker at the belt for a called strike 2. Kyle Schwarber is mashing, absolutely mashing left-handed pitching this year. Better than righties. The 0-2, swing and a miss. This is no ordinary lefty. 98 wipes him out away. Man.
Yeah, you don't see a bat like that from Schwarber ever. He took 2 strikes, swung at the last one, struck out on 3 pitches.
First inning today brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. Today's game brought to you in part by Northville Lumber, the official lumber yard of the Detroit Tigers radio network. Single for the Tigers in the top half of the inning, and then 3 strikeouts for Wheeler. Skubal starts the day with 2 strikeouts. Bryce Harper. First pitch fastball, perfect. Bottom rail, ball 1. Mark Rippinger again. Rippinger, our home plate umpire. The 1-0. Swinging line drive, base hit, 1 hop off the dirt into left center. A sinker, Harper, sharp single.
Yeah, Skubal didn't want to go to a 2-0 count. He was 1-0 and pretty much just pipes a fastball down the middle with nobody on base. A good piece of hitting by Harper, but, I mean, you're limiting their damage guys to a single is usually a win. If they are going to get a hit, if it's a single, no biggie.
Comeback for the Phillies last night was basically when they scored 5 runs in the 7th and 8th. It was all singles.
Yep.
1 double. JT Realmuto at the plate. First pitch, fastball 97 off the plate and in. The numbers for Tarek Skubal, and it's been a season full of kind of improvements in just small but important ways for Skubal over his unanimous Cy Young Award-winning season last year. ERA just over 2. He's going for his 11th win today. 1-0, fastball perfect on the black, into the righty Realmuto. He's tougher to hit this year. Opponents hitting 190. OPS against has fallen 45 points. It was already elite level last year. Realmuto chokes up a little bit. Leg kick, swinging a foul out of play. You look at who are the best pitchers, toughest to hit. If you put together a top 10 list based on opponents' OPS, and again, league average right around 720, that list will pretty much help you identify the best pitchers in baseball. Skubal, Skeens, Pivetta, Brown, Wheeler. Those are the top 5 toughest to hit by OPS. Swing and a miss. Breaks out the changeup. Didn't throw many that inning. And Tarek Skubal matches Zach Wheeler by striking out 3.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a
Second inning today is brought to you by the Michigan Lottery. Try the new Tigers Instant Game, Pull Tab, and 2 online games. Time for Dollars on Deck. Wenzel Perez due up second this inning, gets a hit. Northville Lumber will donate to Detroit Blightbusters. Northville Lumber is Michigan's oldest business and largest Trex decking dealer. Torkelson first. Wheeler first base side. First pitch, fastball middle, swinging a foul straight back. He threw one of those to Colt Keith, and they didn't throw another the rest of the first inning.
Yep, and then that was the one for this inning. Hopefully not. But these guys, and they know how to get ahead. They trust their stuff so much that if it's 96 down the middle, you saw Scooble did the same thing.
Strike one. Sinker. Did he get the call? No. 1 ball, 1 strike. Perez, McKinstry to follow here in the second inning. Again, Wheeler wipes out righties, but he's tough on lefties too. 1-1, swing and a miss. Sinker. That sinker goes down, but the thing you really notice, and again, he'll run it into righties, but also backdoor it, as we saw to Gleyber Torres. It's got 17 inches of run. The width of home plate, that's how much it moves into a righty. The 1-2, swinging a soft tapper to the mound. Wheeler will field and flip to Harper at first. 1 up and 1 down. So looking for things that maybe the Tigers can exploit, Andy.
Yeah.
And again, you're looking for anything, right? And you do notice that his two-seam sinking fastball is not as effective as it was last year.
Yeah, and he throws it a little bit less, even, I think. But I think the key component to that is more guys throw sinkers across the league now. So these hitters have started to adjust to hitting the sinker again. Usually takes about a year or so once the pitchers start throwing pitches for the league to adjust.
And so Perez takes a fastball low and in.
But when the four-seam fastball up was the rage of baseball for a while, right? And then slowly hitters started developing swings to hit that pitch. And then pitchers go back to, well, let's sink it again.
1-0 in the dirt. You and I were talking earlier. This great game of baseball for 125 years now, it's always been a game of adjustments. That has not changed.
It has
through
not.
time. When the slider was a new pitch, it took a minute or two, or it ended the careers of some. Once Perez takes the pitch in, 3-0.
And then you start seeing guys throw more and more sliders, and then they start throwing sliders to a point that it starts working against them. So they're trying to figure out the balance of pitch mixes.
The windup in the 3-0. Fastball strike, 3-1 on Perez. Home run from the left side last night was his 8th of the year. Better swings from the left side. Went through his stretch after a hot stretch of being, well, just quiet from the left side. Now those at-bats have picked up. Swinging a ground ball, foul. Chase ball 4, but it's easy to say. He's throwing the sinker into lefties as well and getting that swing back.
Yeah, he's just trying to beat him to a spot, do damage. The ball was just a little bit further in than he anticipated.
Now the wind up the 3-2, swinging a foul out of play, well down the third base line. But it's really been interesting to watch in baseball. You talk about teams that decided to kind of rediscover the two-seam sinking fastball after the four-seam. When you played, it suddenly was becoming the pitch.
Yep.
In recent years, sinker has become more of a weapon. The 3-2, swinging a soft ground ball foul. So as baseball has gone over the last 10, 12 years from 60-40, meaning 60% of pitches were 2 or 4 seam fastballs to 40% secondary. Now it's more secondary pitches than those 2 fastballs combined. The 3-2, swinging a soft little ground ball foul. This will be at least a 9-pitch battle. Good at bat for Wenzel Perez. You do notice, I mean, as you just track run values, meaning the higher the run value for a pitch, the more effective a pitch it is. Sliders are always the number 1 pitch. Well, they started being thrown more over the last 5, 6, 7 years. They're still a very good pitch. Sliders are still a very effective pitch, but not nearly as effective as they were
before
2016 through 2019.
That's right.
The 3-2, swinging a line drive, base hit into center. What an at-bat for Wenzel Perez. Wow. It's not often somebody's going to battle Zach Wheeler for 9 pitches, foul off some really tough off-speed offerings, and then end the at-bat with a sharp single to center.
Yeah, you never know which guys are going to turn out to be ball players as they develop. And Wenzel Perez makes adjustments quickly. He's competitive. He's always finding a way to do something for a Tigers team to help them win games. And managers absolutely love guys like that.
That brings up Zach McKinstry, man on, man out. First pitch strike at the knees on the inside corner. So, Andy, when you talk about the sinker, sinker was a very hittable pitch for a long time. And now in the last 5, 6 years, it's become a weapon. That's a big change in baseball. And the 2 leagues are a little bit different. Fastball up and in. But it gets back to your point about adjustments always being made. You had to make an adjustment when that 4-seam fastball came in.
Yeah, the pitchers. It starts with if pitches are getting hit all over the yard, the pitcher's got to figure out a way to not let that happen. And they will.
Quick toss over to first. Again, Wheeler does a great job stopping the running game.
Pitchers aren't just going to let you beat them up day in and day out. They're going to figure out ways to get you out. And then your job then is as the hitter, once they adjust, now you have to figure out how to hit the pitches they are now throwing you. And back and forth it goes, year over year over year.
The 1-1. Fastball perfect. Outer third, called strike 2, 96, 97 with every offering from Zach Wheeler. You said you had to learn how to cover that high fastball.
Learn how to cover the high heater. That was not a normal pitch when I was coming up, and then all of a sudden guys threw it, so you have to adjust.
The 1-2, swing and a miss. That's just tough. Again, working up the ladder, high fastball gets Zach McKinstry. 4th strikeout for Wheeler. That'll leave it up to Dylan Dingler. And you said you knew you couldn't drive that high fastball. So what you want to do is show pitchers you could handle
it. At least get a hit. Just be able to get a hit off of some of those pitches. And then these guys, once the high fastball started, these younger hitters who are now in the big leagues, they learned how to hit that pitch when they were 12, 14, 18 years old.
Dylan Dingler's strike. And we saw some really good at-bats by the Phillies last night against Brendan Hanafy. He's been chewing up right-handed batters. Nick Castellanos got inside that sinking fastball, that 97 that's eaten righties up all year.
That's it. And they will continue to adjust and learn how to hit that sinker, beat it to a spot. They know if a righty throws it, you got to get the bat head out.
Ground ball to third base. Scooped up by Kemp. He'll flip it down to Sosa for the force on Perez for the 2nd straight inning. The Tigers get a base runner, but neither Keith nor Perez could advance past first. We go to the bottom of the 2nd.
I'm helping these kids be the best versions of themselves, and I'm also representing like where I came from. And then the Zilla team, I was working with a creative guy that was with Nike. I work with my best friend who manages this team with me, and we kind of just like put together like what we think would look cool. We went like Godzilla theme. You kind of get to help them grow up into a young man and help them just make the right steps forward. And that's really why I started it, to have impact.
Careers.
Castellanos at the plate, first pitch, swing and a miss. Tarik Skubal starts him off with a changeup, playing to that aggressiveness we talked about last night. Nick Castellanos and Bryce Harper both love to swing at the first pitch at a league high 50 to 53% rate. Strike one, fastball in. The improvement for Tarik Skubal, a few more first pitch strikes. Already elite level, he's taking this game up a little bit. First pitch strikes. The 1-1, swinging a foul to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes, fastball busted him in. Total strike throwing up. It was already good. It's up a little bit more. Swing and miss was at a high rate. It's more swing and miss. The walks were low. They're a little bit lower this year. I mean, it's just incredible, Andy.
Yeah, it really is.
Strikeouts are high. They're even higher. The 1-2. Changeup bounces up to home plate. Andy, as you've watched him this year through 21 starts, what strikes you about, what impresses you the most?
I think his demeanor and his work ethic. For a guy who's already kind of established himself, he continues to improve. Like you said, I see him.
2-2, swing and a miss. Tried to wait on the changeup. Could not. 4th strikeout. 4 outs, 4 strikeouts for Tarik Skubal. All swinging.
Yeah, it's just we see this day in and day out when he does it. The consistency, and you've been around in the clubhouse, and he comes out and he's been lifting weights, and he's working on his body, he's working on his mechanics, he's talking to the catchers, he's picking other guys' brains, like how do you get better? He was at the All-Star game. Guys are throwing ideas back and forth. He just is obsessed with pitching.
Fastball strike, 97 into Harrison Bader is having a very good year, hitting righties, lefties about the same, but a pretty good clip for average, a little bit of extra base power. The strike one, change up away. To that end, I always love the wisdom that gets passed along from veteran to veteran, veteran to youngster, vice versa. Veterans are always learning. The 1-1, the swing and a miss. Change up down and in. Bader behind 1 and 2. Just listening to Charlie Morton, you had a nice chat with him today.
Yeah.
And then the media session followed after that. The 1-2, swing and a foul tip. Fastball by him at 98. 5 outs, 5 strikeouts for Tarik Skubal, all swinging on changeups and fastballs.
No, he is relentless, Dan. And when you talk about a guy who's got great stuff, but he's also willing to work at it with everything he's got day in and day out, you get a guy like Tarik Skubal.
Slider strike on the outside edge to Otto Kim.
He also is very, very good at forgetting about what just happened quickly, learning from it, and moving on. Give up a hit, give up a home run. We saw a home run in the postseason last year. He just kept moving forward from it.
Strike one, swing and a miss. The first knuckle curve of the day. Look at these at-bats. Every at-bat has started 0-2 or 1-2 for the Philadelphia Phillies. Injury report brought to you every day by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. This series brought to you in part by Northville Lumber, the official lumber yard of the Detroit Tigers radio network. The 0-2, got him! 99 at the knees, inner half. 7 batters, 6 outs, 6 strikeouts for Tarik Skubal. 5 swinging, a called third on 99.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how Mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started to cook with her, so we decided, to do the business, so we went to figure out what we're gonna call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of, our mother, so that's when Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people, and this is what barbecuing is all about, and this is why we love it.
as someone who grew up in the era of the twist, the locomotion, the Freddy, and other outrageous dances, the floss is easily the worst of all time.
The fan did touch that ball, and that's a big whoops. Any relation to Grant? I don't know. That guy was having a hard time figuring out what screen he was supposed to be looking at.
What a play! Alan Roden. And hopefully he is all right.
Look at
it's his eye black.
That's his eye black. It has been transferred from face to wall.
And hear about our affordable finance options.
No score. As we go to the top of the third inning, Dan Dickerson, Andy Dirks, Javi Baez, soft little tap foul down the third base line. Joey Cora right there, fielded by Kemp, the third baseman. Joey Cora wants to be able to start windmilling that left arm.
Yeah, he does. That arm needs to get loosened up.
The strike one to Javi Baez. Fastball sinks low and away.
And got base runners in both innings so far, which is a start. But you got to get some pressure put on this defense, put on Wheeler.
The 1-1. Fastball up and away. Again, we've seen some good hitters counts. Tigers so far just 2 singles. This completes the first trip through the order for Zach Wheeler. The 2-1. Sweeper backs up on the front door for a called strike 2. Outfield shifts to the right a little bit on Javi Baez. That's interesting. Bader in center field shades to right center. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Wow.
Backdoor sinkers like that, Dan, will give you nightmares as a hitter.
My goodness.
Sometimes you wake up in cold sweats after you see certain types of pitches. But one of the unique qualities of Wheeler is he can throw pitches that start off as absolute take balls and then are strikes, and then strikes that are balls. And then sometimes they just move so much, even when you think you're on them, they're gone. Like that little 2-seam he just threw Javi on the outside corner.
Fly ball right field off the bat of Colt Keith. Way back and right. Gone. Colt Keith jumped on a fastball and did not miss. 9th of the year gives the Tigers a 1-0 lead in the third.
Colt Keith is crossing home plate right now, and before he crossed home plate, he's got a short, quick swing, Dan, and he knows how to execute. Little four-seamer right down the middle. Attack early, hit the fastball. That's what Colt Keith did. He hit it way out into right field, and those bleachers and the Philly fans got quiet.
To beat a guy like Wheeler, like you said, you have to hit the fastball, swing a little pop fly into shallow left center. And that will be caught by Wilson. Left fielder came in, had it all the way. Soft little pop-up for the second out in the third inning. The difference between Ranger Suarez last night, Zach Wheeler today. Wheeler will give up not more hits, but more extra base hits.
Yeah, for sure. He doesn't get as many ground balls. And that four-seam is a pitch you can hit up out of the yard, like Colt Keith did.
15th home run of the year. That's not a big number. Almost 140 innings. 15th home run of the year allowed by Wheeler. That really is how you have to beat him.
Yeah, be ready.
You're not going to put together your singles.
He's thrown 3 pitches. I'm counting 3 pitches that you could hit. Colt's hit 2 of them, and I think Torque fouled 1 off.
Yep. Carpenter's going to step back for a moment. Third inning brought to you by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. For fast service and the best price, choose Mastercraft. The windup to strike 1. Bounces up to home plate. Keith with a sharp single. Deep home run to right.
Yeah, one of the beauties when you got a stacked lineup is guys like Colt Keith will get more of those type of pitches because he does not want to fall behind.
The 1-1, swinging a high fly ball, right field off the bat of Carpenter. Castellanos back at the wall. Gone! Kerry Carpenter. Number 18, second of the inning for the Tigers in a 2-0 lead in the third.
And the boos ring out from the Phillies crowd. The Tigers are hitting fastballs way back to right field. First Colt Keith, now Kerry gets in on the action. That was a fastball about belt high at the very top of the zone, and Kerry Carpenter gets to it quickly, leans back on it, and hits it a mile high, Dan. That was a high homer.
It was so high I wasn't sure.
Yeah. What power does Kerry Carpenter have? Wow.
Stunned silence after a few boos for the crowd here in Philadelphia. Riley Green takes a strike.
That's how you beat this guy. Get on that fastball. Don't miss.
Riley Green fly ball that will slice down the left field line deep. Almost home run distance, but foul. Well foul in the end. No balls and 2 strikes. I think the Tigers did a very good job this year in ballparks where the ball flies of taking advantage of that. The 0-2. Down and away. They didn't last year. They couldn't. They just didn't have the personnel.
Yep.
But now they understand when to take a shot in a ballpark that yields home runs.
You got it.
This is 4 home runs the last 2 days. The 1-2. Swing and a foul back to the screen. Every Tigers home run this year, Little Caesars Pizza home run. Order online for delivery or Pizza Portal pickup. Wheeler stands at a slight angle, first base side, then he kind of turns, cocks the hips. He turns away from home plate into his motion. The 1-2, swing back. Ooh. He's one of the few righties who does that a lot. The swing back fastball to a lefty with the run that it has. He can start that at the right hip of a lefty and get the called strike. I thought he'd gotten it there. Mark Ripperger says no. The 2-2. Line drive, softly hit, grabbed by Sosa at second base. Tigers get home runs from Keith and Carpenter, the second with 2 outs, and take the lead. We head to the bottom of the third inning in Philadelphia. 2-0 Tigers. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meijer.
Save a good deal more with hot deals on Meijer brand must-have.
Interrumpimos este video para recordarte que puedes endulzar tu día con una dulcerapia de la lechera.
A lot of baseball fans have some familiarity with the T206 American Tobacco card set. Of course, features the famous Hannes Wagner card. What we have here are 3 cards from the lesser-known T205 set, which really was a successor to T206. T206 came...
Right call made, 1-800. Call Sam. Terry Scuba working with a 2-0 lead. First pitch foul. Oh, man. That caught home plate umpire Mark Ripperger. He's going to need a moment.
That was about as square as it could get a guy right there. Direct hit, and that's where the concussion from the baseball hitting the mask is violent.
Let's pause for station identification on the Detroit Tigers radio network. Everybody checks in on the umpire. Kyle Schwarber, being the good guy that he is. Just sorry, you all right? Now we're ready to strike 1. Changeup misses down. Kyle Schwarber is just, I mean, I'm not sure there's quite a way you can hang a value on what he means to this team, except to tell you that whether it's going to be borne out by wins above replacement WAR or any other way, this is the most valuable player on this team.
He is. He's the heartbeat in the clubhouse. He's the guy that everybody looks to. Good times, bad times.
2-1, swing and a foul, straight back. 2 balls and 2 strikes and a fastball.
The veteran presence that he brings, he keeps guys in that even kill state. They don't get too high, too low. It's one of the beauties of a baseball clubhouse, Dan. You get too high, your buddies around you will help humble you in a hurry.
The good clubhouses make sure that it never gets too
Your head's
far.
not going to get too big. Yeah, you can't fit through the doorway all of a sudden. Look at this guy, you know.
2-2, check swing, up and away, went too far. 7th strikeout for Tarek Skubal to start the 4th inning. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. 6 of the 7 have been on swinging third strikes.
Wow. And you can see guys trying to be attacked. They're attacking, trying to get to the fastball, and they get down in the count. He throws one upstairs. And it's game over.
2-0 Tigers. It brings up Bryce Harper, the only base runner so far. He swings it. It's a high fly ball. Popped it up, actually, to second base. Gleyber Torres under the outfield grass, 2 steps, makes the catch. 2 up and 2 down. Check a couple of scores from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studio scoreboard. It was a wild night in baseball. My partner just doesn't believe it when people say, hey, it's impossible to hit anymore.
Yeah.
And last night's scoreboard helps bear that out. Pittsburgh had a 9-0 lead in the first inning in Colorado and lost 17-16.
Oh, that's brutal.
They also led 15-6 mid-game. 17-16. Check swings. Fastball in. Real Muto went too far. Strike one.
Was that in Colorado or
in Colorado?
In Colorado. So the ball was flying.
Only one of 3 times in the last 50 years a team had a 9-run lead in the first and lost to strike one. I was surprised that it ever happened. Real Muto fouls it out of play. The Yankees had a 10-4 lead, and then, they unloaded their bullpen with all the new guys.
yeah, they did.
Jake Bird, Bednar, Doval. And they lost 13-12. The 0-2. Fastball up and in, and those 3 gave up 9 runs in 2 1/3 innings of work on 9 hits.
Yeah, that'll make the fan base curious about the signings. It's a game. It's one game, but
we can all overreact.
Yeah.
Swinging a pop-up off the bat of JT Real Muto. Torkelson will be waved off by Torres. He makes the catch on the dirt. A few steps to his left. Tarek Skubal has retired 10 in a row since the 2-out first inning single for Bryce Harper. We head to the 5th inning. Tigers with a 2-0 lead after 4 on the Detroit. Brought to you by Figer Law. All they do is win. 2-0 Tigers. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Dan Dickerson along with Andy Dirk. So glad to have you along. Just a beautiful day. Last couple of days here in Philadelphia. Summer upper 70s, low 80s with low humidity. Nice break in the weather. Away from the high temperatures and high humidity. Javi Baez. First pitch. Slider strike on the outer third. Pat Kaneen, Jenny Hornatsky. Our engineers for game 2 of this 3-game weekend series. Packed house last night, again today. The strike one to Baez, swing and a miss. He has seen some vicious sinkers.
Yeah, he's
from
over
Zach
it.
Wheeler.
He's over it, isn't he? Ooh. Swung over one last at bat. Sinker right at the bottom of the zone. Probably going to take time, readjust, think about how do I get under this pitch.
Wheeler into his motion, the 0-2, swing and a soft tap foul. Got a piece of the splitter and probably feels pretty good about that. But again, the heat maps show where Wheeler throws that sinker, and it's been relentlessly in. He's used it extremely effectively away from righties today. The 0-2 is swing a line drive, caught at shortstop by Turner. Fastball away, good swing for Javi. It's a soft line drive to short for the first out here in the 5th.
Good contact by Javi. 0-2 count, he got a fastball on the outside edge. Tried to hook it over to left field, but there was a shortstop in the way. Hate it when those shortstops get in the way, Dan.
Always seem to be in the wrong spot for certain hitters. Keith at the plate. First pitch cutter. Perfect pitch for a called strike. Neither pitcher with a walk. Combined 15 strikeouts. We're in the 5th. Strike one. Sweeper misses low and inside. Strikeout updates brought to you again by Carbliss, the official ready-to-drink canned cocktail of the Detroit Tigers. Left side of the infield shifts to the right. That's Kemp and Turner. The outfield just about straight up on Keith. Single and a home run today. 1-1 ground ball and a base hit into right. Got by Sosa pretty quickly because he hit it hard. Thought Sosa had a beat on it, but he got by him.
Yeah, Sosa.
Keith is 3 for 3.
Sosa's not covering a ton of ground at second base right now. I mean, good piece of hitting.
It felt like that.
That's a good hit.
Yep. Watching the replay.
Colt got him on the fastball twice and then on the cutter right there. And you can see they're trying to figure out a way to get Colt Keith out. You get them off their game day and they got to throw you different types of pitches.
Handled Gleyber Torres today. I always like Gleyber Torres' third time up against a pitcher. Even one as good as Zach Wheeler. Torres swings, fouls it out of play. Took a hack at the fastball, couldn't.
He was thinking sinker. That's why he's under it. He's going to beat him to the spot. It was the four seam, though, so it stayed up. Then he got underneath it. But he was trying to beat him to the spot, to the sinker, to hit a ball hard to left field.
The 0-1 ground ball up the middle and past it. Ivan Turner into center. Colt Keith around second, and he will stop there. Bader slipped as he fielded. Keith had already shut it down. I'm surprised he just didn't go.
Yeah, I think Joey Cora wanted him to go, and Colt Keith as he was rounding, because Bader gets to the ball pretty quickly. He's a good defender. But just because they get there quickly does not mean they're going to be able to set their feet and make a strong throw.
Yeah.
But I think he saw how quickly Bader got to the ball. That's what made Colt Keith shut it down.
That's what the Tigers want their base runners to do. Read the play in front of them. Bader's got a pretty good arm. Kerry Carpenter takes first pitch sweeper low, but caught the strike zone. Strike one.
Yeah, he hit a fastball up out in his last at bat.
18th home run of the year for Carpenter. Swings and misses, splitter.
I'm surprised he doesn't throw that more to lefties.
I agree.
It's
pretty good pitch.
Nasty pitch.
I mean, he threw a nasty one to Torkelson.
Yep. Starts at the bottom of the zone, just disappears. We'll see. He might try to climb the ladder against Kerry here, but Kerry did hit one out that was up. So if he goes up, it's going to be up out of the zone.
Shoulder high.
Yeah. Or back down with something breaking or off speed.
See which he chooses. The 0-2 is swinging a tap foul. The cutter up. Very top rail. Tigers have 2 on for the first time today. Solo home runs from Keith and Carpenter in the 3rd inning. 2-0 lead for the Tigers. Now a chance with a single to add to this lead. 2 runs on 7 hits for the Tigers. No runs, 1 hit for the Phillies. The 0-2 swing and a miss. Boy, that's just sharp. This is just such good stuff from Zach Wheeler.
Yeah, it's a perfect curveball. It looks like a fastball kind of middle away, about belt high, and then the bottom drops out of it. And as you get out in front of a pitch at 80, you can't stop. Once you commit to the swing, you just run out of bat. It's too low.
Riley Green is lined out softly to second base. Struck out swinging first time up. First pitch from Wheeler. Splitter misses low and outside. Tarek Skubal has dominated through 4, as he often does, through 5, 6, and 7. He's faced 1 batter over the minimum. The 1-0. Ground ball along the line, fielded by Harper into foul territory. Back to the bag, tags it with his right foot. Green bounces out. Tigers threaten, do not score. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Tigers hold on to the 2-0 lead in Philadelphia. This is the home of the.
Yeah.
Both types of fastballs with the changeup slider combination on first pitches.
Dylan Dingler's going to go talk to Scooble. Let's make sure we get this down and right. They've thrown him some sliders away and fastballs up and away. Have been the effective pitches so far to Kyle Schwarber. Just reminding him, these next 2 hitters, they're dangerous. Let's not do anything to give them an easy pitch to hit out of the park potentially.
It's rare to see a lefty this productive against lefties. Kyle Schwarber's averaging a home run every 10 at-bats against lefties. It's every 11 at-bats against righties. That's incredible. 270, 14 home runs, 140 at-bats against lefties. Each of the last 4 years, he's gone from being fairly pitchable by a lefty to being better, and this year on base plus slugging over 1,000 against lefties. He represents a potential tying run, standing at home plate with 37 home runs. First pitch misses low and in. 2-0 Tigers are in the 6th inning. Man on second, 2 outs. The 1-0 swinging a high fly ball, shallow left field. Riley Green coming in, still coming, slides, makes a catch. What a play! Sliding by the tarp, running out of room, shaken up for a moment, but he gets on his feet. Terrific running, sliding catch by Riley Green ends the 6th. We head to the 7th inning. Tigers hold on to the 2-0 lead on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
If you're looking for a meaningful career with lots of room to grow, both professionally and personally, consider UWM. We're one of the largest companies in Michigan.
I went to college at Northeastern University, and all my friends were Red Sox fans. And while in my 3 years there, I really grew to appreciate Red Sox Nation and everything that they bring to the table. And once I got my head wrapped around the trade, I was really, really excited. I think they have one of the most iconic logos, these 2 socks right here on the sleeve. I love keeping it simple, really fond of the font, and I think it's a really cool look.
It's Alertus Gurriel Dawn.
That's a nice touch.
Pena power.
The perils of wearing earrings when you've got netting on the field.
That young fan, not a Newtbar fan.
What a present for Mom.
Oh my goodness, look at this guy.
Uso, yeah, Jay Uso, yeah.
And then just shot putting it. Walking, there's nobody on base. There's a little debate for Domo and Kim watching the replay together.
That's beautiful,
isn't it? For the Tigers, 8-9-1 hitters, Dingler, Baez, Keith. Zach Wheeler on the mound. 35-year-old righty. He's been very good today, but the Tigers have had some very good swings. Dingler takes a strike. They scored just the 2 runs, but put pressure on with 8 hits. The strike 1. Ground ball chopped to third. Charging, bobbling Kemp, and he can't pick it up. Phillies fans never give you a moment of grace. It's just like, boo.
That's right. Do your job. He tries to charge on the ground ball to not get the in-between hop. And on the big hop, it hit him in the palm, and when he tried to go collect the ball again with the bare hand, he whiffed.
Yeah, even if he picked it up, he wasn't. That's a pretty, Fly ball left field off the bat of Javi Baez. Watch it fly. Gone. The sinker that had been vexing for Javi Baez all day lands in the left field seats. 2-run home run, his 11th of the year. 4-0 Tigers in the 6th.
That's how you take advantage of a mistake by the opposing team. You said it, Javi been swinging over the sinker all day. He gets a sinker that's a little bit more up in the zone, ready to attack first pitch, drives it deep to left, and that will probably bring Wheeler out of this ballgame.
That's it.
That's how you do a job on an elite pitcher right there, Dan. They smoked his fastball all day.
All day long. The Tigers are this season high. 9 hits against Zach Wheeler. Chase him here in the 7th by scoring 4 runs. Phillies going to their bullpen. 4-0 Tigers in the 7th in Philadelphia. While they make the change, we'll pause with these words on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
At the Sam Bernstein Law Firm, we live by the golden rule. Treat everyone who calls like they're someone's friend, family, or loved one.
Interrumpimos este video para recordarte que puedes endulzar tu día con una dulcerapia de la lechera.
Some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are you doing, dude?
My mom's cooking, probably. She makes some good. She's got a tuna fish casserole. That's pretty good.
Okay, I went 5 for 5. I need to eat the same thing. Last time, Saturday, I ate arepa with eggs, and then next day, I gotta eat arepa with eggs. So my mom make it for me, and then when my mom is with me,
everything's good.
I save a lot of money.
Estamos lindo.
Inning brought to you by Verizon, the #1 network in Detroit. 4-0 Tigers. Tanner Banks, one of 2 lefties in the bullpen for Philadelphia. Cole Keith stays in the game with the lefty on the mound because he's been 3 for 3 today. This is a reward for some really good at-bats against Zach Wheeler. Oh, Perez and Keith. Sinker for a strike. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out, 2 runs in, 4-0 Tigers. Tanner Banks having a good year. 48th appearance of the year.
Yeah, he's one of those lefties way over on the first base side of the rubber to create an angle left on left. And he loves to spin the ball, slider and sweeper, especially the lefties.
Tough at bat for a lefty. Holds it for an extra beat, 2 extra beats, and 3. The 0-2, low and away. It's as long as you'll ever see a guy hold the ball after coming set. Took that pitch clock right down.
Man, leave it up to the lefties out of the bullpen. They're always trying to do some kind of funky stuff, aren't they?
The 1-2. Again, the sweeper away. Ground ball single to right. Home run to right. Ground ball single to right for Colt Keith against the starter, Zach Wheeler. It's worth repeating. Against one of the toughest pitchers to hit in baseball, the Tigers collected 9 hits today, the most he's given up all season. Ground ball wide to third, softly scooped up by Kemp. An easy flip over to Harper at first, and a little Bronx cheer.
Yeah.
Here in Philadelphia.
After he made the error earlier in the inning, makes the play, and they give him the round of applause.
Pitch and change brought to you by Primitive Performance. Stay in the game with Primitive Performance and their fast-acting CBD topical cream. Lefty's hitting 160 with no power against this lefty. Righty's hitting 250 with some solid power numbers. First pitch to the first righty that Banks faces, bounces up to home plate, ball 1. Banks started with the White Sox, came to Philadelphia last year, second year with Philly. Another pitch down and in. Every pitcher checks a landing spot
Yep.
when he makes a bad pitch.
Every time they look down, yep, no, that spot's not quite right. Never their fault, always the mound.
From the stretch, first base side, 2-0. Sinker on the backdoor for a called strike. Gleyber Torres 1 for 3 against the starter Zach Wheeler. Again, Keith and Perez 3 hits apiece off Wheeler. Home runs for Keith and Carpenter. 2-1. Sweeper on the backdoor for a called strike, and then Javi Baez ends the day. That sinker had gotten a called third in his first at-bat. Swing back sinker. Soft foul over the screen, change up away. It's a good piece of hitting right there just to foul that pitch off. He'd swung and missed at a sinker in the next at-bat before lining out to short. Then he gets a sinker, and first pitch did not miss. Third home run of the day for the Tigers. 2-2, swing and a foul off of the catcher. JT Realmuto. Let's check some scores from the 1-800-CALL-SAM Studios scoreboard. We told you about all the run scoring yesterday. Pittsburgh, rather devastating 17-16 loss yesterday. 7-4, they're behind in a delay now in the top of the 8th inning in Denver. Colorado leading 7-4. 2-2. Torres hits a fly ball to center. This one's deep, going back. Bader looking up, gone. Gleyber Torres, 13th of the year, second in as many days, 4th home run of the day for the Tigers, and a 5-0 lead here in the 7th.
And that one was to dead center field.
Crushed.
How about that? That went halfway up the bushes. There's a hitter's eye in center field, and off the bat it was loud. Bader went back, and it was a no-doubter to dead central for Gleyber Torres. We've seen the pop to left. We've seen him hit the ball out to right field that time. Just getting all of it, going to the deepest part of the park.
424 to straightaway center. Matt Vierling will get an at-bat. He's pinch hitting for Kerry Carpenter. He takes a slider on the back door for a called strike.
That'll show you. You can strike out 10 times in a ball game and still score a lot of runs.
Swing and a miss. Ooh, lane in a 92-mile-an-hour fastball up. It really is the standout feature. We've talked about it a lot, but we've talked about why it's so important to have power threats, not just in the middle of the order, but up and down the order.
Yep.
And the Tigers' leadoff man and the Tigers' number 9 man have both hit home runs today. 0-2 in the dirt. You have to be able to hit home runs in the postseason.
It's also why the Tigers didn't need to go sell the farm to try to get a bat. You look at player for player, like there's a lot of guys with a lot of home runs on this team.
Yep.
Versus lefties, versus righties.
1-2. Matt Vierling takes low and away. He's going to add a power threat. He's still looking for number 1. Well, you've got Keith with 9, Torres with 13, Baez with 11. Those are guys who are at the top or bottom of the order. The 2-2. Swinging a slicing foul down the right field line. Wenzel Perez, big part of that picture.
Yep.
8 home runs and limited at-bats after missing a good portion of the season. McKinstry has 9. Dingler has 9. You're going to end up with 8 players or more with 10-plus home runs.
That's right.
Double-digit home runs. Vierling swings, fouls it to the screen.
And then you're going to have a couple other players that got 30 in the bag.
Torque, Green. Carpenter could make a run at 30.
He could.
2-2, up and away. This bat is going to get going.
Yeah, it says he's not even a month into actually playing baseball, right?
Yep.
Not quite a month.
The 3-2, swinging line drive, base hit into center field. Slider on it, sharp single.
That's how he always starts. Once he starts hitting line drives to right field, all of a sudden the floodgates open up for Vierling. Gets that swing grooved, and then they make a mistake. They throw a ball in, he'll jump it out to left.
Riley Green just made a great catch on a foul pop. Andy, he ran a long way.
Yeah, he did. Covered a ton of ground.
Landed hard on that dirt.
That's why his whole right side right now is covered in dirt from top to bottom.
Sweeper down in the dirt. Riley Green takes ball 1. We talked with Zach McKinstry about that on the podcast. That episode will launch in a little bit. But it just does kind of reflect. He said, I'm not happy, and I never have been since I was a kid, unless at the end of the day my uniform's dirty.
Yeah.
But it's like that's the mentality of this whole team, swing and a miss. On a sweeper, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, they don't do the clubhouse guys any favors. These guys are head to toe, dirt. He's all cut up on his forearms. You see these guys, they got strawberries and cuts, and they're just getting after it. Having fun playing baseball, diving around, sliding around. That's when they're at their best.
Bearding edges off the 1-1, swinging a shot up the middle. Diving stop by Turner. Flips to Sosa, throws to first. Spectacular. 6-4-3 double play. Not conventional either. Turner was going to his right. He flipped back to Sosa going to his left. Put a star next to that one. Tigers with 2 home runs. 7th inning stretch time in Philadelphia. Brought to you by DTE. Manager energy use and save. Go to dteenergy.com/save energy. 5-0 Tigers at the stretch. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
Make it.
We play in Toronto. Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys, so when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
Motor City Clean at Clean Express Auto Wash. And wash anywhere with our Wash Smart Unlimited membership, the official car wash of the Detroit Tigers.
71 pitches through 6. Second pitch to Harper. Fastball up, foul back.
What do you know? An 0-2 count from Tarek Skubal.
It's incredible.
It's relentless.
It's the constant pressure he puts on that guy in the batter's box. The 0-2 is swing and a slicing foul. Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber pretty impressive against lefties. Just watch the quality of Harper's at that. I mean, that's hanging in there on 0-2.
Yeah, it is. 97 up. Just fouls a piece of it.
The 0-2 swing and a soft tap foul. Somehow got a piece of the changeup. Just a little flick of the bat.
Yeah, you can tell guys aren't real comfortable up there.
No.
When you got the best in the world, not looking so comfortable, you're doing something right.
No walks, 10 strikeouts. The 0-2 just missed away. 5th pitch of the at-bat. His ball 2. The 10 strikeouts. He's faced 20 batters so far. Several of the other at-bats that have ended without a strikeout were in 2-strike counts. Always winning the race to 2 strikes. The 1-2. Bounced a changeup. Wow. This has just been so fun to watch. He's on another one of those rolls right now. Tarek Skubal, 7th pitch of the at-bat. Ground ball softly foul. This will be at least an 8-pitch battle. Weston Wilson saw 7 pitches in the 3rd inning. That was the longest at-bat. You don't get through 6 on 71 pitches without a whole bunch of short at-bats. longest one of the day. Harper battling the 2-2. Ground ball, base hit into right. 99-mile-an-hour sinker. Bryce Harper has 2 of the 3 Philadelphia hits.
Yeah, that was a good at-bat by Bryce Harper. Skubal was throwing him nasty pitches, fouled a bunch off. He gets a sinker down and in at 99 and just muscles it to right field via the ground ball. Gets through the hole. I mean, well, you got to fight and scratch for everything against Skubal.
Real Muto batting. First pitch changeup for a strike. Last 5 starts for Tarek Skubal. He's given up no runs, 1 run, 4 runs. No runs, no runs. So in 5 starts, he's put up a 0 3 times. 1 run another time, 4 runs the third. Fly ball hooking down the left field line. That's a fair ball into the corner. That's going to score Bryce Harper. Green up with the ball. He'll get it into Javi Baez. No throw home. Harper scores on the double from JT Realmuto. Phillies get on the board. Tigers lead cut to 5-1.
Realmuto got a little slider that was just out over the middle of the plate. He was a little out in front of it, but had the right trajectory, hooked it down the line. And now Skubal's got to get to work here.
Yep.
See if he can get through the rest of the meat of this order. Castellanos.
Castellanos started the comeback last night with a single. Fly ball, left center field, deep. Going back, Vierling, still going, gone. Single, double, home run to start the 7th for Philadelphia. For Castellanos, his 15th of the year. And suddenly it's a 5-3 game. Tigers' lead has been cut to 2.
Phillies stay in attack mode. Skubal throws a changeup that hits the heart of the plate. Castellanos.
Both were up the last 2.
Yep, changeup up. Last 2 pitches. Got to get that changeup back down.
44,000 plus finally get a chance to make some noise. Fastball up and away to Harrison Bader. Tiger bullpen, the hurry up call. Tommy Kahnle getting loose. Just now beginning to throw. Bader swings and fouls it over the screen. Nobody out and 3 runs in. It's been a minute since we've seen 3 consecutive at-bats like this against Skubal.
Yeah, he just missed with the changeup a couple times.
1-1, swing and a miss, change up away.
No worries. It's not like a time to hurry up and panic. Skubal's still your best pitcher on the mound. I mean, Tommy Kahnle's good, but he's not Tarek Skubal. Skubal just needs to focus, lock it back in, execute pitches.
The 1-2, fastball away, 98. Pitch count climbing into the mid-80s for Skubal. The 2-2. Changeup bounces. 3-2 on Harrison Bader. Unofficially on my scorecard. Just the second 3-ball count for a Phillies batter today. No walks, 10 strikeouts. The 3-2 swinging a high pop-up. From shadow up into sunshine and down into the glove of Gleyber Torres. 1 out in the 7th inning. Otto Kemp will stride to the plate. He has struck out twice. That was just mislocation on 2 changeups.
Nope, and they took advantage. And a really good bat by Bryce Harper to start it off.
Yep.
I mean, he battled, and then the righty's got a couple changeups out over the plate to hit.
Otto Kemp batting. First pitch fastball. Make it a slider. Swing and miss. A 90-mile-an-hour swing and miss slider. 5-11-0 for the Tigers. 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Philadelphia Phillies. The wind up the 0-1. A little bit low. Today's game brought to you in part by Corewell Health, reminding you together we can overcome any obstacle, fight any battle. Every Tigers home run this year, it's a Little Caesars Pizza home run. Order online for delivery or Pizza Portal pickup. The 1-1. Swinging a fly ball, right center field, not deep. Perez waving off. Bierling in center to make the catch.
See, right back on it. And he's got, the bottom half of the order. He's got Sosa next and then Wilson. But it does mean that the Tigers are going to have to get through the meat of the order one more time.
That's right.
In this ball game. Obviously finish up this inning, but you're going to see Schwarber again. You're going to see Bryce Harper again. You're going to see Castellanos again. That means if the bullpen does come in with a lead, they're going to have to figure out a way to hold it.
Fastball in the dirt to Edmundo Sosa, right-handed batter who has struck out. Hit a little soft tapper in front of home plate. The roofline shadows from the third base line are now crossing that third base line, encroaching onto the left side of the infield. The 1-0 swing and a miss on a fastball up. So the shadow goes from left field all the way into home plate. There's kind of an angle to it as it goes out towards center field a little bit. Skubal is standing in sunshine and delivering into shadow. The 1-1. Change up middle, and Sosa frozen. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's not usual to see Skubal throwing the changeup up. Got to get that pitch back down.
Working third base side. The 1-2, swinging a line drive, fouled on the third base line.
How about that 99? There's a changeup down and away, and Sosa ripped it down the left field line, just foul. Seemed to have lost the feel of it a little bit. But the good news is he got a slider, got the heater. Throw that fastball up. Call it a day.
The 1-2 did throw the fastball up, and that's a heck of a foul by Edmundo Sosa. Hitting .271 coming in. All of his production is against lefties. He's hit lefties for average and for power in his limited at-bats. Aggressive hitter. If this pitch is close, he'll be swinging. The 1-2, swing and a pop-up foul and out of play. Empty the tank time here for Tarek Skubal. Another long at-bat. Pitch count approaching 100. The 1-2, swinging a ground ball softly to third. McKinstry gets around it, sticks that glove out, flips it to Torkelson, who backs into foul territory as he grabs it. Sosa grounds out. That's almost surely the end of the day for Tarek Skubal. Phillies score 3 and tighten it up. But another terrific start.
Well, we had a special guest on the field before the game today, Pepe the Penguin.
Pepe was a little cranky today.
If you're at the ballpark with your kid, what's most important? You got to get snacks for Junior. This is a rare father-son first base coaching combo.
Well, after Dinger put up a sign that said, "Mrs. Met, call me," Mrs. Met has her response.
That hit my bat. That was a foul ball I want to hit. He was trying to stay in the hit. See, look, he said foul ball, foul ball. He didn't want to go down to first base. He wanted to hit.
.com.
Scott Murray broadcast presented by authority of the Detroit Tigers may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Detroit Tigers. Matt Strahm, the second lefty in the Phillies bullpen. They've got two. Comes into the game to face Spencer Torkelson. First pitch fastball. Torques jackknifing out of the way. Mark Rippinger, the home plate umpire, says strike one. 5-3 Tigers in the 8th. Strike one. Slider misses down and in.
He's kind of got a funky delivery. He squats down before he delivers the ball to home plate, and then kind of twirls around that right leg, swinging around, long hair flowing.
The 1-1. Swinging a pop-up. From shadow up into sunshine, down into the glove of Edmundo Sosa a couple of steps onto the outfield grass. Torque is 0 for 4 today, popping out. Tigers have hit 4 home runs, 6 in the 2 games. Wenzel Perez had a very good day against Zach Wheeler, 3 for 3. Colt Keith, 3 for 3 against Wheeler. Home runs today for Keith, Carpenter, Torres, and Javi Baez. 5-0 lead. Shrunk to 5-3. The Phillies. 3-run bottom of the 7th inning. Fastball strike to Wenzel Perez as he turns around, bats righty against the lefty. 46th appearance of the year for Matt Strahm. This is 3rd year with Philly, and he's been just consistently very good. The strike one. Swinging a foul over the screen. That's an off-balance swing on a cutter at the belt at 87.
Yeah, it's just a little funky out of the hand. He messes with your timing, the way he kind of squats down. He creates a nice angle from the left side, and then his delivery almost looks like he's off balance when he throws the ball. And as a hitter, there's all sorts of stuff moving at you. You're trying to pick up release point, but you don't see these guys that often. So any funk out of the hand, you got to get used to pretty quick.
The 0-2 is swinging a miss, and he's got 94 in the back pocket. 94-mile-an-hour fastball up and away, gets the swing and miss strikeout. Will Vest getting loose in the Tigers bullpen. Certainly suggests that it might be the ideal scenario for A.J. Hinch today. Vest in the 8th, and the new Tiger, Kyle Finnegan, in the 9th.
That's probably a very high probability.
Zach McKinstry steps to the plate. Swings and pops it foul out of play through 45 games. ERA just under 3 for Matt Strahm. 10 years now in the major leagues. Matt Strahm is 33 years old. 42 innings of work. Walk rate just below 3 per 9. Strikeout rate always high, 10 per 9. Fastball strike on the outside edge. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. That's good stuff.
It is, and he hides the ball well. It's deceptive. Comes out from behind his ear. You don't pick it up until it's a third of the way to home plate at times.
The 0-2, low and away. Zach McKinstry has been tremendous against lefties. He's one of the Tigers' secret weapon against lefties. Incredible improvement. But not just an improvement, it's big production against lefties for McKinstry. The 1-2. Swinging a pop-up foul and out of play. Strahm shuts down lefties, righties. You have to. That's one of the things that the Tigers have valued the most about their late inning leverage pitchers the last few years. They can get up both sides of the plate, hitters on both sides of the plate. Another 1-2 pitch on the way. Half cut, tip, foul right at home plate.
Now let me ask you this. You got a guy with very long hair, right?
Yeah.
And he goes to his hair, he touches his hair. What kind of product does this guy have in his hair? Like, you can't go touching every little piece of your...
Non-greasy?
Yeah, it's got to be. You can't have anything in his hair. Because if he does, that'd add a little something to the baseball.
The 1-2, up and in. So is it just the Brandon Marsh natural grease? Because he doesn't do anything with his hair. Washes it once a month. Just water.
I don't know if it's grease or he could have some hairspray in there, get a little extra tack.
And he's kind of flipping it over his shoulders to make sure that it's out of the way. 2-2. Bounced the slider immediately. Checks the landing spot.
Yep. Always the landing spot.
Eighth inning brought to you by Hatfield Foods. Better care, better pork. 5-3 Tigers are in the eighth. Trying to even up this series at a game apiece. The 3-2 way outside. That's a heck of a trip to the plate for Zach McKinstry against an extremely tough lefty. Draws the 2-out walk, extends the inning for Dylan Dingler. Both lefties, righties hit this lefty for low average. Righties have hit him for a little bit of power. Dingler. Always feel good with Dylan Dingler at the plate. Came in hitting 278. It's a pretty robust 278 in the power department. Hits the ball hard consistently. First pitch. Change up for a called strike. That's a cutter. And 86 for strike one. Not all lefties shut down the running game. Strom does. Working now over on the third base side of the rubber. We'll flip over to first. So he's moving on the rubber.
Yeah, quirky lefties, Dan. They do all sorts of funky stuff.
I mean, that's noticeable. Very few pitchers move side to side. He was on the first base side, right?
No,
Against McKinstry? No, he wasn't.
No.
There goes McKinstry. Pitch up and away. Throw down to second base. He's in easy. That's a great jump. Again, a lefty pretty much stops the running game.
Yeah, lefties, you just go first move. He picked over, so the Tigers took the gamble. They took the bet. They said, if he picks over, he's gone. But if he goes home, McKinstry knows he's going first move, gets a great jump. Gets into scoring position for Dylan Dingler. Now it just takes a little flair, a little duck snort, a little ground ball with eyes, Dan. Get you a run on the board. Dying Quail, Butterfly.
Anything.
Any of those would play.
No, he was definitely over on the, I was just looking, definitely over on the first base side of the rubber against
the
McKinstry.
lefty. Create more of an angle.
Over on the third base side against the righty. There may be a handful of pitchers in all of baseball who do what Strom is doing. Switching sides of the rubber, the 1-1. Fastball off the plate and in, 2-1.
I don't think there's any. Not in today's. Back in the day, guys probably moved a little more.
But usually you're on one side or the other, or middle. I mean, where you are on the rubber is where you are on the rubber.
Yeah.
Tigers trying to add to a 5-3 lead. Good hitters count. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a foul. That cutter's a weapon. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Both starting pitchers today, while they gave up 3 earned runs each, Wheeler gave up a 4th run that was unearned. Both Skubal and Wheeler finished the day 0 walks, 10 strikeouts. Wheeler went 6, Skubal went 7. Time called. Dylan Dingler is going to step out, think about it for a moment. McKinstry with the steal, his 17th of the year in 20 attempts. Just about an automatic to score. One of the Tigers' best base runners, the best base runner on this Tigers team. Sure bet to score on a single. The 2-2. Swing and a foul. Four-seam fastball away. That's a good job by Dingler. He couldn't take a chance. He just flicked his bat and fouled it straight back.
Yeah, when a guy's got a cutter, he can backdoor it. That one just happened to be the 4-seam. So ball out of hand, you know you got to protect right there. Get to the next one.
Dingler windmills that bat around once, twice, spreads out, tucks that left shoulder in, cocks the bat high with the right, bounces the bat on the shoulders. The pitch is being delivered. Slider in the dirt. 6th pitch of the at-bat is ball 3. Sosa at second base shades up the middle. The outfield, again, doesn't move much in this outfield. They're almost straight up on every batter. Bader in center straight up. Same for Wilson in left. Tigers trying to add to a 2-run lead, 8th inning. McKinstry's at second with 2 outs. 3-2, swing and a foul. Took a rip at a 4-seam fastball. McKinstry saw 8 pitches, and Dingler will see at least 8. 5 runs, 11 hits for the Tigers. 3 runs, 5 hits for the Phillies. 2 home runs in the 3rd, 2 home runs in the 7th. Tigers built a 5-0 lead. Phillies just scored 3 to make it a 5-3 game. Single here makes it a 3-run lead for the Tigers. Dingler waiting. Again, the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a foul. Slider, he's seen everything.
Just got to get one up. He keeps hitting the edges. Everything on the edges, on the edges. One pitch he leaves up, Dingler's going to be on him. His timing is good right now.
Shadows covering the mound all the way to home plate now. Strom, the lefty, sets the 3-2 again. Swinging a little foul. Cutters, sinkers, change-ups, a little bit of everything. And Dingler will see at least 10 pitches in this trip to the plate. Strom bends at the waist when he sets, holds the glove away from the letters. The 3-2 pitch again, up and away. 10th pitch of the at-bat is ball 4. Dylan Dingler draws a walk. 2 great back-to-back plate appearances. That's going to prompt a visit. Caleb Cotham, pitching coach, on his way to the mound. More than anything, maybe just a little breather for Strom.
Yeah, for sure. When you go deep into counts like both of the hitters, McKinstry and Dingler did, it puts a lot of stress on a pitcher. And that's usually when that stress starts to incur, they get a little fatigued. And when a guy gets a little fatigued, he's liable to hang a breaking ball, miss a spot with a fastball, throw a changeup in a spot that he'd prefer not to. So he's going to give him a little time, let him regroup. New hitter. Got to feel fresh, attack this guy. He's a Javi Baez. He knows he's going to swing the bat. You mess up here, you'll see what happened. It'll be the same result as the Wheeler at bat a little bit ago. Home run to left field was nice.
2 types of fastballs, a cutter and a slider. I think he starts him off with a fastball.
Oh, I wouldn't imagine. No, probably cutter. Yeah, cutter. Yeah, when you got a guy that likes to swing the bat and can beat you to the spot,
I think
you're going to get something that gets under the bat.
I think Javi would be ready for it if he gets it. 2 on, 2 outs, 18 pitches, last 2 batters, 2 walks. First pitch to Baez. Fastball down in the dirt, ball 1.
Yeah, Strom's in struggle mode right now. This is when it just takes 1 pitch. If he messes up a pitch, Javi's got to be ready for it. Be aggressive to the spot.
McKinstry, the runner at second, Dingler at first. The 1-0. Swinging a foul over the screen. Had a rip at a 91-mile-an-hour fastball middle. Five-3 Tigers in the 8th inning, trying to add to the lead. A couple of 2-out walks and terrific at-bats for McKinstry and Dingler. The 1-1. Swing and a foul tip off of the catcher, Real Muto. Baez falls behind 1-2. McKinstry fell behind 0-2. Worked Strom for a walk. Dingler had a 2-2 count, fouled off 4 2-strike pitches, walked on the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Baez 2-run home run last inning was his 11th of the year. Torres followed with his 13th. Those 2 home runs, the difference in the game. A 2-run lead in the 8th inning. Tigers trying to add to this 2-run lead. Baez waiting on a 1-2 on the way, low and outside. Doesn't really have that pitch that's going to get a chase from Javi away.
No, it looks like they're seeing him pretty decent, especially these right-handed hitters after those first couple batters.
2-2, swinging the ground ball, fair down the third base line. Into the left field corner. It gets by Wilson. That will score 2. McKinstry is in. Dingler will score without a throw. Javi Baez to third. A 2-run, 2-out triple in the 8th. And the Tigers take a 7-3 lead.
You called it, Dan. Strom just kind of lost it. He ended up throwing a slider down and into Javi, and Javi just rips it down the line, down the third base line for a fair ball. And then it gets by the left fielder and starts bouncing around the corner. People running everywhere.
Umpires are conferring. They can't be conferring about whether this was fair or foul. That's the third base umpire's call.
Yeah, and Weston Wilson.
It's not reviewable.
Oh, no, they're not going to. You can't review that.
What are they discussing here?
I have no clue. The ball either bounced over the bag or it didn't.
He cannot be overruled.
I don't know if there was something happened in left field. Did a fan
the ball
touch
disappears from our view when it goes down the left field line. Did it get stuck in the? I think it got stuck in the padding. Yeah. Well, no.
That's a live ball.
No.
Is it stuck on the padding?
No, it's not stuck.
That was a live ball.
Not stuck at all.
Weston Wilson just misplayed it. He ran to the spot. He thought it was going to hit the carom. And then the ball ended up going all the way down in the left field corner. And, yep, they award Javi third base after they converge.
That's the right thing to do.
If Weston Wilson was going to do it, you put your hands up.
Yeah.
If you put your hands up, it's tough for them to overturn that.
Right. Rob Thompson on his way to the mound. Boos cascade down here in Philly.
What at bats by McKinstry and Dingler to get to that spot.
Can't say enough about him.
Man, that's just wearing a guy out and then Javi doing the job.
2-run triple. Back to a
Well, when we moved downtown San Diego from Qualcomm to Petco Ballpark, new uniforms were on the way, and this is the Padre home white. This jersey is from 2007, which was a career year for myself, winning a Cy Young. There's some different memories that stand out. One in this uniform against the Braves, where I struck out a Padre record 16, wearing this jersey, trying to make the Padre and the Friar faithful proud.
G.com/home, and you'll score! Savings, that is. DTE.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a power sinker. 97 ate him up.
That thing moved like crazy. That sinker started about middle down and ended up down and in and gets way under the bat of Trey Turner. I mean, that thing had tons of movement on it at 97.
That was wow. Baez up the middle. McKinstry is off the line, basically playing shortstop right now. Tigers third baseman. Fastball at the belt, the 50-50 ball. This time it's ball one. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. That may be the best example right there of how improved that slider is.
Yep, he gets swing and miss on it. It tunnels off the fastball. Looks like a heater down the middle. And then it's down below the zone by the time it gets to home plate.
Quick toss over to first to drive Marsh back.
Which is good to have for Vest because guys are going to ambush that fastball.
Yes.
It's an elite fastball. It's at 96. It plays up for sure the way these hitters see it. So they're going to cheat to the fastball.
Schwarber swings, fouls it over the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And then you throw the slider, it gets him off the heater just a little bit, just enough to get the foul ball instead of the square contact.
It's helped make him tougher on lefties.
Yeah, without question.
They're hitting just 170. The 1-2, swinging a foul. Don't miss there to this guy. That was middle of the plate. Not necessarily a hanger because it's got some bite, but he doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, that's a ball he hit off Will Vest for a single to right. The one yesterday was a little bit more of a hanger. It had a little more hump out of the hand. That one's a little tighter.
Vest sets the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Beauty of a slider under the bat. Back-to-back strikeouts. Lefties have hit 160 with no power. This is in now 73 at-bats. Righties 230 with very little power. But for him to make that kind of an improvement against lefties, it's not just the fastball. That slider has been a real weapon. 2 outs. It brings up Bryce Harper. 7-3. Tigers are in the 8th inning. First pitch fastball up and away. Sunday night baseball again for your Detroit Tigers before they come home.
Everybody wants to see the Tigers play right now, don't they? The national broadcast, they're filling them up.
Becoming a regular occurrence. 1-0. Slider down and in. Charlie Morton will get his first opportunity to show his stuff. Remember, if you're going to look at Charlie Morton's numbers with an ERA over 5, look at his last 12 starts. He was talking about it today. The changes that he had to make after a terrible start to the season. Swinging a foul out of play on a 2-0. Again, Will Vest can just challenge with that fastball. Harper was late. The count is 2-1. Charlie Morton said it all started with just dialing back in that curveball.
Yeah, swing and miss curveball, and he throws 97. Like, what do you want? You know?
41 years old, still throws 97. The 2-1. Swinging a fly ball, center field deep. Beerling back, looking up, gone. Bryce Harper with his 16th of the year. 2-run home run. 2 heavyweights going back and forth. Phillies cut the Tigers' lead to 7-5. Just the 3rd home run that Will Vest has allowed this year.
It was on a slider that was away, and it just kind of stayed up enough for Bryce Harper to get fully extended on the pitch, hits it on the barrel, hits it out to left center field. But that's it, you know, when you throw enough breaking balls, we've talked about it.
Yep.
Wasn't a terrible pitch. It was kind of like away.
That's just a really good hitter.
That's a really good swing on a baseball. I mean, there's not many guys that are going to take that slider and hit it out to left center as a left-handed hitter.
I remember he did that against Skubal in Detroit. I mean, it was just a wicked slider.
Yeah.
Left on left. Left on left.
I know, that's incredible.
And he just drilled it up the left center field gap. He's a special hitter. 0-1 the count on JT Realmuto. Single, strikeout, home run. 7-5 Tigers lead. The strike one, ground ball foul down the third base line. Realmuto doubled home a run. The first run scored off Tarek Skubal. That was with nobody out in the 7th inning scoring Bryce Harper, who now has 3 hits today. Castellanos followed with a home run. Same spot where Harper just hit his. Just to the left of straightaway center. You got to carry a big wall there. The 0-2 line drive, base hit, right center. Once Perez over the field on a couple of skips. Hard contact against Will Vest here in Philadelphia yesterday and today. No cheapies. 2 sharp line drive singles, a home run, and that's the end of the day for Will Vest. That's as hard as we've seen him hit in back-to-back outings. Maybe all year. Tigers going to their bullpen, and while they make the change in the 8th inning, potential tying runs coming to the plate in the form of Nick Castellanos. We'll pause for these words. 7-5 Tigers. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
I'm attorney Mark Bernstein at the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you're hurt, you shouldn't have to wait for help. That's why when you contact us...
This time can't get it, and neither could the fan.
Oh, just when you don't wear flip-flops.
Caminero strikes out, and the bat gets a 7.5 on the distance. But it's stuck to the landing.
That's poked in. That hits the umpire. The ball is in play, and it's a base hit for Frazier.
Roberto Ortiz did what he could to try and get out of the way. Couldn't.
Took the wrong direction. He just didn't know which way to go.
Tigers' first look at their new late inning leverage guy. We're not going to name any closers, but he's been a closer. Kyle Finnegan with the Washington Nationals. Clearly, if the Tigers had held the lead yesterday, he was going to get the 9th.
Yeah.
They didn't. And today, with Will Vest being used in the 8th, he's getting, you would think, he's on to get the final 4 outs.
That's right. See if that four-seam split combo can do the trick against Castellanos.
First pitch to Nick. Splitter for a strike. The occasional slider, and that actually was the slider. I made an assumption. Don't do that. Throws that slider about once out of every 20 pitches. It's 95% fastball split, and he works off the fastball. It's a good one. The strike one. Soft tap foul. Slider, then splitter. I like that.
Yeah, he's trying to keep the ball out of the air. When you got a 2-run lead and you got a guy like Nick Castellanos who's already hit a home run in the ball game, you do not want to let him tie it up with one swing. He's going to try to stay down in the zone. If there is contact, you'd like to keep him on the ground.
No balls, 2 strikes. Home run last time up against Scoble. The 0-2. Fastball up at 97. I was talking to him today. Scott Harris said when they picked up Finnegan, his strikeout rate is at 7.5 per 9. That's low for a closer. He said that day that this is a guy they believe they can get more swing and miss out of. He's had more swing and miss earlier in his career. The 1-2, swinging a pop foul out of play. Splitter in the strike zone, outer third. 1-2, the count remains on Nick Castellanos. And Kyle Finnegan said he agreed with that. He said it's really the key for him. He feels like he's been throwing too many fastballs down. Work that fastball up a little bit more to get more swing and miss. The 1-2, ground ball to third base. Nice knee-high bounce for McKinstry. Guns it over to Torkelson. A strike as always. Castellanos bounces out. 2-run home run for Bryce Harper. Tightens things up again. We head to the 9th inning, 7-5. Tigers on top after 8 on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that.
Tigers home run, Ashley, the official furniture and mattress provider of the Detroit Tigers, donates up to $500 to nonprofits supporting Michigan kids. Go Tigers!
Ninth inning is brought to you by Comerica Bank. Only one bank has been committed to Michigan since 1849. That's Comerica. Righty Max Lazar comes out of the bullpen for the Philadelphia Phillies. 23rd appearance of the year.
Yeah, he's one of those lefties or righties that throws that four-seam. He gets good extension. Really his best pitch is his curveball, though, Dan. His fastball can be hittable in it.
First pitch to Gleyber Torres. Cutter to the righty. Up and in. Ball 1.
And on a day like today, it feels like you can't get enough runs. So you might as well score a couple more.
It's a ballpark that yields home runs, and this year more runs than normal. Swinging a high fly ball, right field, deep, but playable for Castellanos. Onto the track, makes the catch, comes in one step at the end. Torres with a home run and a single today, 2 for 5. 1 out, heading into the heart of the order. That'll bring up Matt Vierling. Came into the game as a pinch hitter for Kerry Carpenter in the 7th inning. Singled sharply to center field. 7-5 Tigers in the 9th. It's a pretty hittable pitcher, limited at-bats, limited innings in the major leagues. Righties, lefties have hit him for average. Lefties have hit him for more power. Fastball sails over the glove of JT Realmuto. Back to the screen, ball 1. Green wetting on deck. Tigers have had good at-bats all day. They've had hits in every inning today. 1-0, swing and a miss late on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball at the belt. Keith has led the way with 3 hits and a home run. Wenzel Perez 3 hits. Both had 3 hits off the starter Zach Wheeler, the 1-1. Swinging a soft ground ball fouled on the third base line. Then maybe the at-bats of the day came in the 8th inning in a 5-3 game. 2 outs, bases empty against Matt Strahm. McKinstry 8-pitch battle, walked. Dylan Dingler 10-pitch at-bat, walked. The 1-2, got him. Painted the black, down and away, 94, perfect spot. Nothing you can do about that. except maybe foul it off. 2 outs, 9th inning, 7-5 Tigers. The sunshine right now goes from left field. So the left fielder right now, Marsh, is partially in sunshine. And then it goes all the way out to right field for Nick Castellano. He's staring into the setting sun. Knuckle curve away. Green 0 for 4 today. Torkelson waiting on deck, also 0 for 4. Everybody else has reached at least once, most twice. 1-0, ground ball to second base. Knee-high bounce for Sosa. An easy flick over to Harper. 1-2-3, 9th. We're to the bottom of the 9th inning. 7-5 Tigers. Trying to even up the series at a game apiece. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer. Now representing the organization, Jim Leland and A.J. Hinch are presenting Miggy with a customized set of cleats made by renowned artist Marco Terzo, made from several significant baseballs from Miguel's career. The cleats are presented on a base representing the time he spent at both third and first base in his career.
Well, this is a World Series card. Everybody said, you know, what's it going to be to pitch against Sandy Koufax, who's a dominant pitcher? I said, I hope I don't embarrass myself. And I didn't. You know, pitched my first shutout ever. We won 6-0, and my parents were there. My mom was afraid of heights, so she was in the upper deck. She had to come down and trade seats with somebody so that she could actually watch her 20-year-old son pitch a shutout in the World Series.
Bigby makes it better.
Better access means better care. McLaren provides the care you need when you need it. Stay in the game with quality care at McLaren.org.
Harrison Bader leads off for the Philadelphia Phillies. Otto Kemp, Edmundo Sosa to follow here in the 9th inning. Kepler's on the bench, but he's right now not yet waiting in the wings. So far, everybody due up has a bat in their hand. Bader, Kemp, and Sosa. First pitch bounces. These three batters are combined 0 for 9, all against the starter, Tarek Skubal. Bader 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Splitter misses down, and it's 2-0. So the numbers for Kyle Finnegan, last 3 years the closer for the Washington Nationals. 40 appearances this year and 39 innings of work. He's given up 36 hits. He's not really that shutdown closer, meaning low batting average, low power numbers. 2-0, fastball strike 97. He's got the stuff to be a little bit tougher, but each year opponents in that 250 range with a little bit of power. 3 walks per 9, 7.5 strikeouts per 9. Bader waiting on a 2-1 on the way. Slider misses low and outside. A pitch again that he doesn't throw much. He's been used to get 4 outs or more, meaning coming back out for a second inning of work 4 times this year. The 3-1, swinging a ground ball to short, nice big chest-high bounce. Baez fires over to Torkelson. Bader beaten by half a step at first base. 1 up and 1 down. You got something to work with this arm.
Yeah, he's got good velo with the 4-seam split. Looks good. I think, you know, they're probably going to want him to throw the slider a little bit more because that's definitely a swing and miss pitch if he can get it out away from the righties.
Again, the swing and miss is down this year. Tigers believe it can go back up because it has been higher in his career. He's been, first 3 years in the major leagues, a strikeout an inning guy. His strikeout rate has gone from 9.5 to 7.5 in the last 3 years. Otto Kemp swings and misses. Kemp hitting .248 coming into this game with a little bit of power. Finnegan works over on the third base side of the rubber. The strike one. Swinging in a pop-up, fouling out of play. Fastball's got some life.
Yeah, 97 will play.
I mean, that's got some life at the plate. Finnegan works from the stretch, places that left foot in front of the right, points that toe out toward Javi Baez at short. The 0-2. Splitter down and away, misses. Lefties, righties hit Finnegan about the same. Kind of year after year, a little bit tougher on lefties. Perhaps because of that splitter. Kind of turns his back away from home plate. Cocks the hips. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a splitter. 2 outs in the ninth. 7-5 Tigers, 2 outs in the ninth inning. That'll leave it up to Edmundo Sosa, except he will not bat. Tigers, or the Phillies, going to their bench. Bryson Stott has grabbed a bat. Marsh is waiting on deck. Kyle Finnegan trying to make it 4 up, 4 down to get his first save as a Tiger. 2 outs in the ninth. Stott at the plate. First pitch fastball dots the black away. 97. That'll work. Stott's had a rough year at the plate. Really just one good year in the major leagues, hitting .230. It's a quiet .230. The strike one. Splitter bounces up to home plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tigers staked Tarek Skubal to a 5-0 lead. Phillies scored 3 in the 7th to make it 5-3. 2 in the 8th for both teams. 7-5 now in the 9th. Phillies down to their last out. The 1-1. Splitter away.
Just off the edge. Pretty good take by Stott.
He's got plate discipline.
Late movement on it. Looked like a strike for a long way.
Above average walk rate. Doesn't strike out much. Just there's not much behind his swing when he puts it in play. 2-1, swinging a high fly ball, shallow left field. Riley Green will come in, waving his arms, makes the catch. Tigers win. Tarek Skubal with a brilliant start today. Home run power at Citizens Bank Park. Javi Baez with a big 4 RBI day. And the newest Tiger, Kyle Finnegan, closes it out. 4 up, 4 down. Final score, Tigers even up this 3-game series at a game apiece with a 7-5 win.
At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity for small businesses to make it big. Big like hearing your small business featured in a radio ad for free or getting free sports tickets to entertain a client. Comerica Bank brings big perks like these and more